humbly serving to protect our children, families, and our community. I've been thinking of kind of a mission statement for our office. These are the things that we do every day, but we don't really talk about them in the decision-making process. Humbly serving to protect our children, families, and our community. The first part of that is humility. It's the character trait that I most admire in the people that I look up to. You can't be a great leader unless you recognize your own faults and weaknesses and work every day to improve those. And we have to have the humility to understand as an office, we don't know everything. We don't know everyone's situation. We don't know where they're from. We don't know what's caused them to commit the crimes that they are or to be in the path of violence. We don't know that, but we strive every day to learn those things better and to do a better job serving them. Service, second part of that. We have to recognize and appreciate that's the whole reason why we're here. We're here to serve. We're here to serve our community and serve the people that have elected, obviously me, to help run this office. And we answer to the public. And the public can be a harsh critic at times. But we have to understand that that's why we're here. And we have to be judged against a standard that the community will accept. And we're going to work every day to live up to that standard. People won't always agree with our decisions. In fact, 50% of the people involved in any decision we make are going to disagree with it. But if we follow a process, they can respect the process. And if we do all of that, then we protect our children. Not only our children who are victims in our cases, but the children of the families of people that are charged with crimes. We have to make sure that we're serving them the best, and hopefully some folks that are not hardened criminals that need some help to get their lives right off of addiction or out of a path of criminal behavior, hopefully we can help them get better, and so they'll be there to serve their children as well. So we have an obligation to all the children in our community, whether they're victims or not. And we also have a responsibility to those children that are going through the criminal justice system and the juvenile system. It's a very important part of our process, and if we're going to stem this violence in the streets in Little Rock, I think we have to start there, because this next generation, we can't stand to lose another generation of our young people. And we do all that, and we'll also protect our families. There are too many families that are hurting in our community. Too many families that had empty seats at the holiday festivities over the last few weeks. And we have to do what we can to try to help that healing and to try to minimize families in this next calendar year. Hopefully those numbers go down, because every number that we hear on the news or the newspaper, we see the families behind that. We sit with them, we cry with them, we hold their hands, and we understand as best we can the pain that they go through. So we have to do what we can every day to protect those families. And ultimately, if we do all those things, we make our community safer. So again, we're humbly serving to protect our children, our families, and our community. And I used to tell our law clerks when I was, my last job here before I left about 10 years ago to go to the AG's office, was I was there with the law clerks and the younger attorneys, and I used to tell them, we go through the same process, whether it's a misdemeanor, low-level crime, or capital murder. We go through the same analysis and the same process to try to reach the best decision that we can. And in the end, people may disagree with our individual decisions at times, but they can't disagree with the process by which we make that decision. And if we constantly do that, then we're going to get it right more often than we get it wrong. We're not perfect, and we know we're not perfect, but we're striving every day for perfection. And I'll leave you with this. You'll never hear me say, my office, my staff, my people, because these folks, they don't work for me. We all serve our community. And there's so many other people in the office that aren't up here that didn't have to, by virtue of their positions, have to take oaths today, but there's so many employees of the office that have done such good work and worked so hard for all these years to serve justice. And that's what we're all going to do together. We're all on this path together. And I can promise you, we'll do everything we can every day to improve, to make this trial better than the last one, to be looking, reflecting next year and say, hey, we did a better job seeking justice this year than we did last year. We're all going to be on this journey together, and we're never going to eliminate crime. We know that. We know we have, a lot of times people say there's job security in this business, right? We know we're not going to end it, but hopefully we can slow it down, and hopefully we can make the families that have to go through this, hopefully we can make it easier on them and ease their pain. And we're going to try to do that every day. So I thank you so much for being here. It's very incredibly humbling to see you all here, and it's just time to get to work. Thank you.